this game and comes out with a lot of confidence on the mound.
Yeah, comes back with a 56-foot curveball for ball one. Good stop there by Christian Boss. That's the toughest ball in baseball to catch right there. 1-1. Catches the inside portion. Can't give up on that ball with a lefty on the mound. That natural tail is going to tail back over the plate on the right-handed hitter.
Yeah, and, if you're going to hit Benson, you got to be aggressive early in the count looking for your pitch.
That ball's down close. It's 2-2, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Enterprise Wolves. Bottom of the second, down 2 runs. Curveball, swing and miss, strike 3. Strikes out the side.
Really good looking curveball right there, too.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. So after 2 complete innings of play, it's Parowan 2, Enterprise nothing. We'll be back on the B6 Media Network.
Utah High School Activities Association is proud to use Wilson baseballs. For athletes to perform their best, they require the best. For over 100 years, that is what Wilson has delivered. Learn more at wilson.com. Today's event is being streamed live by KSL Sports. Visit KSLSports.com to watch UHSA Championship events and today's event, KSL Sports.
We're back on the V6 Media Network. Larson Haslam Dental in Roosevelt has the latest dental technology and offers same-day crowns. Dr. Jake Richardson is accepting new patients. Call 722-0101. Schedule your appointment. Christine Watkins for Utah Congress. Coverage today is sponsored in part by State Representative Christine Watkins. She's a strong rural advocate for oil and gas, small business, education, and the Second Amendment. She's our type of congressman.
That's right.
So we're here at Kearns High School, Gates Field, going to the top of the third inning. Parowan holds a 2-0 advantage. Ryland Randall will face Christian Boss, Jace Little, and Wyatt Hall. 3, 4, and 5 hitter.
Catcher number 31, Christian Boss.
Little got on an error by the third baseman back in the first inning. Was stranded there at third base. Here's the pitch. First pitch, little chin music. Oh. Looks like it might have got him in the chin.
Yeah, it did, and I think it's just the reaction. He doesn't know what to do. He's hurting.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Knowing the type of kid that Ryland Randall is, there's no way that he was throwing at him on purpose. But we have seen Randall been up with a lot of his pitches thus far in the ball game. They're going to attend to Jace Little.
Yeah, you see a lot of these hitters, too, with these helmets having that extra little piece that goes out in front, which covers that chin piece.
Well, it covered the jaw, but not the chin in that one, apparently. Yeah, they're looking at his chin. It had to be just a grazing blow because it ended up in the glove of Carson Stoff, the catcher.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to put
his helmet on.
Yeah, a little piece of tissue.
Going to cowboy up here.
Yeah.
Got a pat on the butt from the coach. Everything's good to go. Everything's as it should be. So, Christian Boss, will take his place at first base. He's a guy that's used to getting hit in various places, being behind the plate like he is. Catcher for the Parowan Rams. That's going to bring up Jace Little. Grounded out to the shortstop. His first time up. First pitch, curveball, hit sharp. Oh, they're going to call it a foul ball.
Yeah, looks like it come off his foot right there, so you can call that one a dead ball. Otherwise, that would have been a great bunt because the Boss was almost to second base.
Yeah, would have been the swinging bunt. Randall was off the mound quickly. Good throw. Might have got him little at first. Little big kid. I'm not sure how he runs. Counts 0-1. They're going to throw to first. Close. They did not get him.
No, Boss with great speed over there too, so they want to keep him close.
These are only 1- and 2-run ball games between these teams, so you don't want to let them get any farther away. Well, we almost got Jace Little on the elbow.
You're right. Runs are a premium when these two teams play, and especially if you're Enterprise and you're facing the likes of a Shaden Benson out there on the mound, and so they can't afford to get any further down than they are already, 2-0.
Curveball. Little was on it, but fouled it off to the right-hand side for strike 2.
Yeah, it was a good curveball. You know, it kind of started at him and started to break over the inside part of the plate, but he was ready for that and just got a little bit under it. Didn't quite square it up the way he needed to, but you know, Little's one of those kids he's tough. He's a competitor.
Well, pitch in the dirt. Stauffer did everything he could, but ball just popped up and away from him. Even the count at 2-2, but Boss takes off and gets second base.
Yeah, and Stauffer's one of those catchers that we've seen it last game with, can have R.J. Magnette. Not much gets by him, and Rylan Randall trusts him that he can throw that ball in the dirt, that he's going to be able to stop it and come up clean with it.
So the 2-2 pitch, it's on its way. Nobody out with a runner on second. Randall dealing to Jace Little. Curveball. Ooh, close, but not quite.
No, left it in just a little bit. And, most people kind of throw that curveball outside and break it even further away or down off the plate. He likes to start it on the inside part.
Yeah, he likes that backdoor curveball. Started at the elbow, break it down and in. Problem is if it doesn't break, you're going to get the elbow.
Yeah.
And a freebie. There's that curveball that... like you said, tried to get that out, tried to get him to fish for one, but he didn't do it.
No, really good at bat by Jace Little. Yeah, Coach Bundy going to go out and talk to Randall right now as he's up at 50 as far as the pitch count, and he's got a lefty warming up down there and a righty. It looks like stretching, but not sure if he'll make the change here or not.
Looks like he's probably going to talk to Randall himself. Might be part of the decision-making process right there. Ask him how he feels.
Yeah, I think so. But another thing, too, they're definitely got the lefty warming up and throwing hard down there. So they might give Randall one more batter here is all. Or two, maybe try to keep him under 60s, my guess.
Why don't you go through the pitch count real quick for us? I know the pitching limits. 1 to 35 pitches, you can do 75 over 2 days.
Yeah, there you go.
36 to 60, you got to have a day rest, so he would be able to come back on Saturday in a reliever's role now if they take him out.
I think that's the discussion, too, because they're probably going to, at least keep him under 60 if they have to and bring him back for Saturday, or else if they can get some runs, just ride him out the rest of the day.
Exactly. A swing and a miss on the first pitch to Wyatt Hall. He could come back tomorrow as well, if they keep him under that, because you can't pitch 75 in two consecutive days. Going 0-1 to Wyatt Hall. He struck out his first time up against Randall. Ball on outside corner, gets away. The runners are going to advance. It's a tough break for...
Yeah, that is a tough break for Enterprise, but Parowan, on the other hand, you got to love your chances right here. Now runners at second and third with no outs. Infield for Enterprise is going to come in on the grass. They're going to cut off the run.
Yeah, it takes away any force play. And all the way around here. Curveball. Nice one.
The other thing, too, right now, Parowan has a decision to make. You know, are they going to go on contact, or are they going to just kind of read it and see the ball through the infield? Sometimes going on contact, even on the infield, you can still make it.
Just can't be hesitant if that's your decision. Yep, that one stays up. Going to even things up 2-2. A lot of times the young players, though, you know you're going to be going on contact, but that natural instinct says stop. And
the other thing, when you're going on contact, you know, a line drive, you can get doubled up, but at the same time, sometimes you just got to play the percentages. Whatever your philosophy is in that situation, you stick with it.
Next pitch is outside for ball 3, so full count. So here's the payoff pitch from Randall to Wyatt Hall. Fouled off. Stay alive.
Yeah, good at bat, too. Good approach. That pitch is kind of one of those borderline 50-50 ball strikes, but with 2 strikes, you got to be swinging, fouling things off, and so far that's exactly what Wyatt Hall's done right there. Randall did get him to strike out his last time up.
Here's the payoff pitch again. Curveball stays up, going to walk him.
Yeah, and the walk's not all bad right there for Enterprise. Looks like Bundy, too. Coach Bundy is going to go back out maybe. Well,
he's holding his hand up. What
he's asking, they're going to make a call to the bullpen.
All right. Well, while we go with the pitch and change, we'll be back on the V6 Media Network. Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. We do have a pitching change. Number 12, Jex Jones will be the new pitcher for the Enterprise Wolves. Rylan Randall moves to center field. I think Brady Crouch came out of the ball game. I don't know that for a fact. We still trying to figure out.
Yeah, no, Randall went to shortstop.
Oh, Randall's in shortstop. Now we'll have to check that all out here in a second. First pitch from Jex Jones is up for ball 1. Where did Sanderson go then?
Yeah, we'll have to pick that up.
Next pitch popped up. Infield fly roll, but the ball is caught by number 6 is at first base. That's Trayson Randall.
And that's exactly what you want to see happen if you're Coach Bundy. Go to the bullpen, bring in another pitcher, something different, throws it in there, gets the infield fly rule.
So all we need to know is who's in center field. Next batter is going to be Carson Luke Millett. Another infield fly. Good acrobatic catch there from Trayson Randall. Used to trekking down fly balls out there in center field. He don't like this infield stuff, but he's made it look interesting.
Yeah, and that's almost an identical play as the last play.
Yep, back-to-back P3s. Every position on infield's got a number. Pitcher 1, catcher 2, first to third 3, 4, 5, shortstop 6, outfield left to right 7, 8, and 9. So a P3 is a pop-up to the first baseman. Back-to-back, as my partner just said. Now the curveball there from Jex Jones stays up for ball 1.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Townsend, you got to be a little bit frustrated right now. 2 players going up there and popping up to the infield with loaded bases and chance to add to this 2-0 lead.
Connor Robinson takes strike 1. Jex Jones with the bases loaded, 2 outs. There's the 1-1 curveball, stays down. Ball 2.
Yeah, 2-1 hitters count right here. He's got to look for something out over the plate, trying to drive in a couple of runs right here. And Jex Jones coming in, trying to get 1, 2, 3 to get out of this jam.
Fastball popped up. Evens count at 2-2. Jex Jones is nothing else, just a change in velocity between him and Rylan Randall. Get him out on the front foot. That's where you get them pop-ups.
Yep, creates a lot of pop-ups for sure.
Oh, that's not what they wanted. Hits him right in the middle of the numbers. That's going to score a run. That'll bring in Christian Bost. Chase Little will move to third. Hall to second. Robinson is on at first. That's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Matt Townsend.
Yeah, and we saw Townsend last year come up in situations and just kind of kept the lineup going in that 9 spot, turn it over the leadoff, but finds a way to just good contact hitter and put the ball in play.
What are they doing? No. We just saw 2 runs scored on an attempted pickoff play.
Well, what happened? Yeah, you're exactly right, Willie. Is they had it was Robinson dead to rights at first base. He got too big a secondary with loaded bases, no place to go. Stauffer recognizes it, throws it down to first base, and the first baseman completely forgets that there's 2 other runners on base, and Parowan scores 2 runs, and Robinson does a really good job staying in the rundown, and by the time they recognize it, they throw it home. Safe at home and safe at second is Robinson.
Yep, a heads up running there from Wyatt Hall to go from first to third and score on that thing. From second to third. There's one that's hit in left field. That, just like you talked about, that kid has a way of putting the bat on the baseball. Drives in a run.
Yeah, and with Benson on the mound, that's a costly 4 runs right here in the top half of the 3rd inning for Enterprise. And give Parowan a lot of credit. They've done the little things to make it happen and executed perfectly with 2 outs. To come up with those 4 runs is huge. That's all with 2 outs.
So Matt Townsend turns it around, hands it over to Trevin Yardley, the leadoff hitter, facing Jex Jones. Jex come in and did the job they asked him to do. Got 2 outs quick. Then things kind of fell apart. Curveball. Misses for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. We're on top of the second, 6-0. Parowan. Curveball. Fouled off to the right-hand side. It's out of play.
Yeah, really kind of surprised that Trevin Yardley swung at that one versus just letting it go and making it count 1-1. That's obviously not the pitch he wants to hit, but he tried to take that curveball and drive it down the right field line.
Benson with 36 pitches through the first 2 innings. They could yank him and save him for Saturday. There's one that's hit hard at the third baseman. He just gets a glove on it.
Yeah, that's a base hit right there. So Yardley with his second hit of the game, he's 2 for 2 now. Or no, excuse me. What did he do in his second time up? He struck out. That's right, he's 2 for 3 now.
Johnson moves to second. That brings up Shaden Benson. Got a home run and a strikeout. Both ends of the pyramid here. First pitch. Curveball catches the corner for strike 1.
Yeah, they're definitely going to pitch Benson away and keep it on the outer part of the plate. Make him drive the ball the other way.
Just don't make a mistake. Another curveball. Up. For ball 1.
You know, we've talked a lot about Benson's pitching, but we saw it last year and we saw it the first at bat here, but he definitely swings the bat as well as anyone.
Swings it with power as well. There's one that's hit high and deep. It looks like the left fielder, Hayden Anzalone, if that is in fact Hayden Anzalone still out there. So the F7 will end things, but not after. Get the 4 runs
the top of the third, they pick up 2 runs on 2 hits.
2 hits. No errors and 3 runners left on base. So at the end of 2.5 innings, it's 6-0. Parowan. We'll be back on the V6 Media Network. Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson, we're back here in the bottom of the third inning at Gates Field. The Parowan Rams are up 6-0 on Enterprise. Enterprise coming to bat. They do so with Davis Bracken, Hayden Anzalone, and Brady Crouch. First pitch from Benson inside for ball 1.
Yeah, Bracken playing third base for Enterprise, looking for his first hit. Struck out, like you said, his first time up.
Next pitch, foul off to the right-hand side. Even things up at 1-1.
Enterprise is not like South Sevier.
V6
you know,
Media.
they don't just go away quietly. They're going to continue to battle and compete.
Strike 2. Ken with V6 Media got his camera set up between games out there in center field. You want a full 360-degree view here. Check us out at channelv6.com. Next pitch, hit to the third baseman. One hop, throw to first. Got him for the 5-3 put out.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those in-between hops, but Jace Little decided to, instead of continue to charge it, get it on the short hop. He waited for the next big hop, got it. He knew he had time with Bracken and made a nice throw to first base for the out.
Yeah, and I fouled up my scorebook. I was scoring another ball player there. So it's going to bring Hayden Anzalone up for the first time. He's the left fielder, facing Shaden Benson. Came into the inning with just 36 pitches. First pitch to Anzalone's upstairs, ball one.
Anzalone playing left field.
Next pitch, upstairs as well, ball two. Wind coming out of the north, right straight out of the north.
Yeah, and when we started today, it was blowing east and then shifted and came north and stayed that way.
2-0 pitch in there for strike one. Yeah, not supposed to be real high. They had a predicted high, 61, I think, here today. So where we're in the shade here, it sure doesn't feel like 61 degrees. Next pitch gets to the corner there on the inside part for strike two, even things up at 2-2. There's the 2-2 pitch. Looked like a cutter there.
Yeah.
Fouls off to the right-hand side.
Benson, these two teams have faced twice. Benson threw one game and got the win against Enterprise. So this will be number two if they can continue to play the way they're playing right now.
Curveball. Stays upstairs. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on one up in the strike zone.
That's a tough pitch to lay off for.
No kidding.
We've seen it in the previous game and so far already in this game. But you hit that high fastball, it looks pretty good, eye level, but just not able to catch up to the fastball there from Benson.
Yep, 6 strikeouts so far for Shaden Benson. Brings up Brady Crouch. He struck out his first time up. First pitch catches that inside corner for strike one. Curveball. Yep, going to miss. Well, one thing about it, if they throw him the entire game, everybody else in 2A is going to breathe a sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
That one stays upstairs.
Yeah, I think that, obviously, I'm sure Coach Townsend figures, hey, we got to win this game regardless. If we got to use him up, use him up. They want to stay in that winner's bracket.
That was fouled back for strike two. The only other left-hander that I've seen this year that comes anywhere close to the kind of stuff that Shaden Benson has is the kid we just saw in the last ball game for South Superior, that Riker Freeman, just a freshman.
Yeah.
So we've seen some other lefties, but none with the stuff that Shaden Benson has.
Well, Benson's curveball, too, got a really high spin rate on it, really sharp breaking curveball.
And there it is. I'm not sure how Brady Crouch got the bat on that ball there, but he did to foul it off to the third base side. Coach Kyle Bunny makes a good play out there. So the 2-2 will do it again. Same result.
Yeah, it's one of those that, catcher's got to be able to just follow that in the glove. It's a tough one, but it's a fouled off. Should be strike three in the glove. But
off that curveball, that's a tough one. The fastball, it's a little different thing. You got a pretty good idea. It's either going to be right down here, or it's going to be right up here. That curveball, you never know with the spin what it's going to do. At least in my experience.
Yeah. Crouch and these Enterprise hitters right now just trying to get in Benson's head a little bit, see if they can't throw off his timing and his rhythm out there on the mound.
There's a hard hit to the third baseman. Goes across the mound with a 5-3 put out and the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Kind of the old deja vu. So at the end of 3 full innings of play, it's 6-0. Parowan will be back on the V6 Media Network. Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson, we're back here at Gates Field, Kearns High School. 6-0 ball game in favor of the Parowan Rams. In the top of the fourth inning, Parowan's going to bring Christian Boss, Jace Little, and Wyatt Hall to the plate. Heard him mentioning they wanted to get this done in 5 innings as they came to their little chant prior to going to the dugout after their last defensive effort there in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So Jex Jones to Christian Boss, who fouls off that first pitch.
You know, he came in and did a really good job. He got 2 pop-ups to the first baseman, and then there was just kind of one of those mental errors, in my opinion, where they gave up 2 runs on a throw down, and then Matt Townsend, battled and got a nice hit.
Curveball fouled off for strike 2. Yeah, just losing track of the game situation. You can't do that. Any game, but especially in a tournament game, the state tournament.
Yeah.
The 0-2 pitch on its way. Curveball that just kind of reached out and looped to third base. Randall coming in. He'll make it on the run for out number 1. The F8. He almost put it down in the books when he hit it towards Rylan Randall. If it's in the park there, he's going to do his best to get to it. Covers a lot of range out there. That's Brady Crouch in center field. We remember Randall's at shortstop.
Randall's at shortstop, but Crouch is a lot the same. That's why they got him batting lead off. He's got good speed. Yeah.
Way to pick me up.
Well, and right now, too, these Parowan hitters are getting a little bit impatient. That curveball coming in from Jones is a little bit high in the zone, so it looks good, but it's still too high when it gets to them.
Well, that's where we saw the momentum turn in the earlier game.
Yeah.
When the one team went away from what they'd been doing earlier. Another curveball, it's going to miss down low. Yeah, in the previous game, we saw that same thing. Kanab, laying off that stuff. Then middle innings, they started going for that, and South Severe got a little bit more select. Another curveball that about 59.5 foot gets back here to the screen for ball 2 and turned things around.
Yeah, it really did.
Pitch. There's one that skied toward left field from Jace Little. Crouch calls that one, makes the catch for out number 2.
And right now, too, we mentioned it when you brought it up, when they brought Jones in and they got the couple of pop-ups on the infield, the change in speeds. Gets them hitters out on the front foot. They're trying to lift the ball, get under it, and they're just popping up or flying out. Instead of really getting on top of the baseball and driving it.
And that was Jace Little there. He got out on the front foot and then, just lifted one. There's one that's lifted pretty good to left field. That's going to get all the way to the fence. And he's going to hold up there. Didn't even get to call his number. Wyatt Hall leads off or hits double over the head of the left fielder.
Yeah, and that's the difference. He sat back, he waited, he didn't get out on the front foot. His timing was good. He squared that one up and drove it over the left fielder's head to the fence for the stand-up double.
So that's the 5th hit in the ball game for Parowan. They're up 6-0.
Yeah,
Dawson Robb up, yeah.
Yeah, Dawson Robb struck out his first time and then popped up to the first baseman. He was one of those with loaded bases, and so I'm sure he wants a chance to redeem himself this time around.
Yeah, that little slow curveball just missed upstairs from Jex Jones. One of those lifted to center field to Brady Crouch. Shade in the sun, catches it for out number 3. So the F8 is out number 3. We got no runs on one hit, no errors, and what do we have? One runner left on. So at the end of 3.5 innings, It's 6-0 Parowan. We'll be back on the V6 Media Network.
Fans, today's event is being streamed live online today by KSL Sports. Visit KSLSports.com to watch UHSA Championship events. KSL Sports, the streaming home of the UHSAA. McDonald's is a proud sponsor of the Utah High School Activities Association. Download the McDonald's app today and potentially score some free McDonald's every time you use the app. And thank you to McDonald's for your support of UHSAA activities.
Hey, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here, bottom of the fourth inning. Parowan up 6-0. Coming to bat for the Enterprise Wolves, Trayson Randall, Jake Sanderson, and Rylan Randall. Left on left here.
Right fielder, number
Curveball
6,
catches the corner for strike one to Trayson Randall.
Really good looking curveball.
Good late spin. Yeah, and then comes back with that fastball. We've talked to got a gun here in the dugout and throwing in the mid-80s.
Mm-hmm.
The 0-2 pitch. Trayson Randall. Fouled off to the left-hand side. Stay alive. Trayson grounded out. A little roller out in front of the catcher back in the first inning. Well, almost did the same thing.
Yeah, got the dead ball as he tried to. That pitch was a little bit outside, but as he swung, he was almost like he was swinging around that pitch instead of just staying on it, getting the hands through.
Yeah. Instead of throwing the wrist through there. And
yeah, and a lot of times when you hit around the baseball, what you end up doing is grounding out, rolling over it to that being left-handed on the right side, or if you're left-handed on the right-handed on the left side.
I knew what you meant.
Good.
Let's try and explain it to the listeners, huh?
Yeah.
All we can say on ball two there is that you had to see it to understand it.
That's right. Well, in that pitch, too, I think I don't think it crossed up the catcher, but he caught it really deep, so it looked harder. He's got to get the stiff wrist.
Curveball called strike three.
Yeah, and see the difference even on that one. He caught the ball out in front, stiff wrist, and
Yep.
able to frame it and show it better for the umpire to see it. But when it gets in too deep, sometimes it's hard for that umpire to make that call.
7th strikeout for Benson. The first one caught looking, though. That's going to bring up Jake Sanderson. Hit base on balls back in the first inning. Swing and a miss on the first pitch.
Shortstop, number 9, Jake Sanderson.
Rylan Randall on deck. Next pitch, curveball.
Yeah, that
There just ain't no way you're going to hit that.
That curveball is probably as good as we've seen from anyone, and then coming from the left-handed side, that's a tough pitch.
People that try to tell you that's an optical illusion, tell them come down here in the dugout and watch it from right here. Next pitch misses inside for ball one.
Yeah, Benson just kind of in a groove out there right now. Just really, haven't seen much of a changeup or anything else. It's just been fastball, curveball, just kind of the two pitches, and he's really mixed them up and thrown them really well.
Curveball there stays up. Oh, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. 8th strikeout in the ball game for Shaden Benson. 2 outs. 6-0. That brings up Tracy
Now batting
Randall.
number 4, Ryland Randall.
Yeah, Randall's got great speed. At some point, you may even see him, especially with Little playing back, you might see him try to lay one down and beat it out. First base is playing deep. They're giving up a base hit bunt.
They need base runners. First pitch, curveball. Catch the corner for strike 1. Randall can hit a curveball. He tracks the baseball as well as anybody I've seen.
Comes back with a little brush off pitch with the fastball in.
See if that could be a setup pitch.
Yeah.
Another one out there on the outside portion. Swing and miss. Nope, we just set him up for another heater right down the middle of the plate.
Yeah, it really did. And Randall, took a good, healthy cut at it. Challenged him right there.
So the 1-2 pitch on its way. Oh, hit hard. Foul down the right-hand side to stay alive.
Yeah, Randall was way ahead of that fastball. He knew it was coming and just turned on it way too soon.
So we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
That had really good movement. Kind of a rising fastball right there.
No errors, no runners left on base.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. After 4 complete innings, it's 6-0. Parowan will be back on the V6 Media Network. Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here on the V6 Media Network at Gates Field at Kearns High School, 2A baseball, where the Parowan Rams were up 6-0 on the Enterprise Wolves. Coming to bat for Parowan, Kelvin Peterson, Parker Staley, and Carson Stoffer.
The 5th inning for Parowan. First baseman, number 12, Luke Millett.
First pitch from Jex Jones, that slow curveball. Finds the strike zone for strike 1.
Yeah, and typically you'd like to move up in the box on that, but his comes in so high and then breaks late. You're almost just better off scooting back a little bit and then getting it when it hits about knee high.
Another curveball misses low. There's a 1-1, another one. Using up that curveball this time.
I think that's kind of the plan with Jex Jones, is just come in and give this Parowan Ram team a steady diet of curveballs.
There's another one that's hit to left field. And then on the hop, Connor Robson.
Yeah, good piece of hitting right there from Luke Millett, as he did exactly that. He let that curveball come down, and that time, instead of trying to swing at it and hit it early when it was high, he let it sink a little bit and got it about knee high.
I better get on the right team. That was Luke Millett there for Parowan. With the base hit. I'm still on the Enterprise Wolves page, Coach.
Well, you got to flip yours over. I don't have to. So.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
That's a problem, huh?
Yeah. That one's hit high. Randall, shortstop, camping under it. He's got it. It's out number 1.
Second baseman number 19, Matt Townsend.
That's going to bring up Matt Townsend.
Yeah, Connor just got under that one, popped up the shortstop. But Townsend, he really came on strong last year at this same point in the season, tournament time. Bats in the 9th spot, but he's just like a leadoff hitter. He just, does a really good job at the plate.
Well, the first pitch from Jex Jones, curveball. He just flicks the wrists out there. Rylan Randall, we talked about covering space out there to reel it in for the second out. There's no way the third baseman or the left fielder are going to get to that, but Rylan Randall from shortstop. Right at the foul line.
Just, a lot of interesting facts in baseball, right? I'm just looking at my notes here, and you've got homer. Okay, so back-to-back. Later in that inning, you have strikeout, back-to-back. You have the next inning, strikeout, back-to-back. You have walk, P3.
There's going to be a tweener. They're going to send him there was a little tweener hit out there just past second base. Second baseman and right fielder kind of got tangled up out there. I thought they were going to send him.
I think Coach Townsend was trying to send him, and he kind of slipped there and then had to bring him back. But I think had he sent him, he probably would have scored because they weren't expecting that either. But that was one of, like you said, in between second, right field and first base, and just drops in there between the second baseman and the right fielder.
Yep, they've gone behind him to try and get the thing there. Curveball catch the corner to Shaden Benson.
Yeah, and with first base open, I'm sure they're going to pitch very carefully to Benson right here.
That wasn't very careful. He hung that one in the wheelhouse there, Shaden Benson. He just got on top of it and out ahead of it.
He did. Sent a one-hopper into that Enterprise bullpen. Give him a souvenir out there.
So the 0-2 pitch. Uh-oh. If that stays fair, and it does.
I think
he called it foul.
It was a home run, and it looked like it either hooked around fair and went foul, but it just went foul before it went around the foul pole.
He got the better look. To me, it was right over the foul pole, but just a long, loud strike.
Well, if the wind's not blowing as hard as it is, as you see that flag out there in right field, that probably stays fair and gets out of the park.
Exactly. So we'll do it again, the 0-2 pitch. Ooh. He's getting a really good look at the curveballs off of Jex Jones. If it's me, I'm going to go away from that and just put it up there in his eyeballs.
Yeah, throw him the ephus right here.
That's it. You better explain the ephus to our listeners.
Yeah, we better talk about the ephus. We'll see what he does here.
Down and away.
That looked like maybe just a straight change, but that's what the ephus is it's a change-up, but it's one of those you just literally lob it in there as slow as you can, just get it over the plate, but take a lot off it and see if you can't get someone just to pop up, roll over it.
Hard right through the wickets.
Yeah, that's an E4 on the second baseman. That ball was hit hard and just ate him up out there, and so on the air, Benson's going to get two more guys in, and that's going to bring the score to 8-0 now with Parowan leading Enterprise.
Yep, second error of the ball game.
31, Christian Bost.
I'll bring up Christian Bost with 2 outs. So, runner on.
Yeah, and I didn't get a finish, so we had P3, then we go F8, then we go P6. So, I mean, if you're keeping score at home at all, or in a book, you think, okay, wherever it went last time, it's probably going to go there again the way that's been going.
So Boss skies one towards the third baseman. Up off the glove. Off the glove of Davis Bracken for the E5. Puts runners at first and second. Third error of the ball game. That's unlike the Kyle Bundy coached ball club.
Yeah, it seems like, baseball's one of those games too, momentum. If it's going your way, if you're hitting the ball, everybody's hitting it, and when you're not fielding it, nobody's fielding it.
Well, here's another one you don't want to make a mistake to. We saw Jace Little make a couple mistakes disappear last year in the state tournament.
Yeah, he came in there at UVU and took one deep and hit a couple others, and he's capable of adding 3 more right here and making this a potential 10-run rule.
He was the one to hit that one harder than he hit the home run that ricocheted off the top of the fence and stayed fair.
Yeah.
There
it is. That ball was way out.
There ain't no doubt there. That one's going and ain't coming back.
Yep. 3-run bomb, so 11-0. And you know what that's going to set up for us, Willie, coming into the bottom of the 5th, as Benson has a chance to go out there, shut this down in 5 and get the no-no.
That's exactly right. Get the shutout.
There's the shutout and the no-hitter. Enterprise yet to get a hit. That's the 3rd home run of this game. This Parowan team is deadly at the plate right now.
You're right. There are no hits yet for. Too bad it would end in 5 because it can't go in the books as the no-hitter. So I think Kyle Bundy's going to make a switch here. Well, we got a break in the action. We'll be back on the V6 Media Network.
Specialize in helping businesses tell their stories with powerful and engaging video. But telling your story is just the starting point. Telling it to the right people in the right place is how you make it count. Our team can help by delivering your ad in places like Google, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll make sure that your business is being seen. Your business has a story to tell. Let us help.
Paint projects go more smoothly when you use Jones Paint and Glass, because we're as excited as you are about your project. Our paint experts know their paint and will work with you to help you find the perfect paint product that'll help ensure you get the color you're hoping for and that you're able to get the job done right the first time. Stop by Jones Paint and Glass to speak with an expert today.
When you hear the crash, you better think Jones Paint.
Okay, Willie Akers and Olin Anderson back here at Gates Field, Kearns High School. 11-0 ball game. The pitching change for the Enterprise Wolves. Number 17, Braden Gardner will be taking over. He replaces Jex Jones. Left-hander. So, Enterprise got a tall order. They're going to have to break up the no-hitter and come up with at least 2 runs in this next at bat.
Yeah,
or at least 2. Parowan still got another out to work with here. Start things over with Wyatt Hall.
Well, and by the looks of it too, the way it's been going so far, that's going to be a tall order.
Not sure what's going on over here. We've got some kind of discussion between Kyle Bundy and Jeff Clough, the UHSAA administrator or assistant administrator.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're talking about. I know he was bringing out more baseballs to the umpire, and then they're questioning some stuff. Guess we'll have to ask him when we get a break.
So anyway, Braden Gardner's going to face Wyatt Hall. Wyatt Hall 1 for 2 in the ball game with a walk, run scored. So left on right here. The first pitch from Gardner. Looked good, but called a ball. Blue has a better look than I do, I guess. Next pitch, that's going to catch the lower portion of the strike zone for strike one.
Yeah, pretty good looking pitches so far, and if you know that's where you want to pitch this Parowan team is down around the knees, keep it down, don't get anything up in their wheelhouse.
There's a curveball that stayed up, but Wyatt Hall laid off of it for strike two.
Well, good looking curveball too at that. You know, you made the comment, you know, Enterprise burning a bunch of different pitchers here, but lefty right now coming in with a little bit of pop and looks good so far.
1 and 2 is in there for a ball. Even the count at 2 and 2. 2 outs, 11-0. Parowan over Enterprise. There's a curveball that Wyatt Hall gets out there on the front foot and just slaps foul. Stay alive, get another chance to take a whack at Braden Gardner. Here's the pitch. Throws it by him. Strike three.
Yeah, really good looking pitch right there.
I have it 5 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and nobody left on base.
Top of the 5th inning, they get 5 runs on 2 hits.
So it's 11 to nothing. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning
After
on the
4.5
V6 Media Network.
Parowan 11, Enterprise 0. Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for Enterprise number 24, designated hitter Parker Staley.
Okay, we're back here. Kearns High School, Gates Field. Bottom of the 5th. Kelvin Peterson facing Shaden Benson. Takes first one for ball 1 upstairs. Next pitch in there for strike 2. Yep, Shaden Benson has the opportunity to throw a 5-inning no-hitter, no runs. Just got to get by Kelvin Peterson, Parker Staley, Davis Bracken. That was lifted to the right fielder. Dawson Robbins got it for out number 1. So there's one part of the equation. DF9, out number 1.
Yeah, Benson's been spot on all game long. He's got 9 strikeouts and like you said, hasn't give up the hit, and right there starts out the way he's pitched all game. You know, fastball challenges him. Peterson's late on it, flies out to right field.
Another fastball. Parker Staley fouls off to the right-hand side. Yeah, Shaden Benson came into the bottom of the 5th here with 71 pitches, unofficially by my count. Parker Staley has already one of the strikeout victim, which is strike 2. Curveball on that outside corner. The 0-2 on its way. Who's swinging him or fouled back, straight back.
Yeah, Benson brought a little extra on that one right there, and you're probably going to see that high fastball or that really tight curveball right here for the strikeout. I'm
thinking high fastball. Nope. Curveball gets by. Oh, man, almost.
That was a heck of an effort right there by the catcher for Parowan, Christian Voss, as he hustled back and threw a dart to first base, but that curveball was just too tough to handle. Strike out, and he gets on the air.
59-footer that Voss got out on, got his chest protector on it, but kicked it up into the net up here to the right-hand side and just missed getting him. That one's in the dirt for ball 1 to Carson Stauffer. So he does get his 10th strikeout, but they put the base runner on. And that brings up Carson Stauffer, as we talked about, takes ball 1.
Stauffer,
strike 1.
This is only the second at bat, right? Just making sure, he struck out his first time up.
That was where I was talking about the high fastball.
Yeah.
You know.
There it was.
Yeah. You know, not only that, it looks impressive.
Well, that's the thing. Benson's a pitcher out there, right? I mean, like you say, he's not overpowering fastball-wise. He's mid-80s, but at the same time, he's just he moves it up and down, in and out. Really changes speeds often with the curveball and fastball. And he just pitches.
Yeah, he's got you thinking. He's in your head.
Mm-hmm.
He's in your head.
And then he's 6'7" and left-handed.
So the 2-2 on its way. There's the high curveball.
And that's the other thing, too. He pitches that one differently. It's not like that one left it up.
Changes the elevation.
Yeah, he throws it differently.
Oh, throws that one. A little too tall for Christian Voss. I think the base on balls. Just a second base on balls given up. So that puts runners at first and second. So
third baseman number 58, Davis Bracken.
If he was to throw a mistake to somebody like Davis Bracken, a big kid here, we could go another inning. And I think that's what Christian Voss is going to go out there and talk to Shaden about. Say, hey, let's get this over with. This is where I'm the pitcher. If somebody else is calling my balls and strikes, I'm taking serious consideration of just shaking it off and coming with mine. Davis Bracken up. Grounded out to the third baseman, his only time up. There's a strike on that inside corner. That's what pitch I'm talking about right there. Just throw it by him. Strike 1 to Davis Bracken. Big kid. Don't want to let him step into one. There's the curveball down and away. Got him out on his front foot. Strike 2. 1 out, runners on first and second. Enterprise down by 11. There's one that's lifted foul. I bet you don't say that very often. Enterprise down by 11.
No, never.
I've never said it.
Yeah.
They're going to wash my mouth out with soap saying that over an Enterprise. Here's the 0-2. Curveball got him out on his front foot. Strike 3. So 1 out left to work with. It's up to Hayden Anzalone to extend things here.
And he struck out last time too, but if he can get on, that's going to bring up the leadoff Brady Crouch, and give. Sometimes it's that third time through seeing a pitcher, you finally get things going.
Yep. First pitch to Anzalone. Fastball, blows it by him.
Yeah, and by the looks of that, Benson, and that's what we talked about, him being just a pitcher and smart and understanding the game, he'll probably just stick with that same pitch after that.
Yeah, Anzalone wasn't close to him his first time up. Next one, same place, just a little bit lower on that inside portion. Anzalone throws. I think he was looking for that curveball.
Yeah. If you had a gun out, this might be the time to see how fast he is or how hard he's throwing, because he's going to bring it here. Oh, there's your curveball.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a scoop by Boss to get that off the bounce and not let the runners advance from first to second and second to third.
That's why they don't let catchers play shortstop. They don't want to show up the middle infielders. Got through. They have to go to first to get him. That's it. That's the ball game. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Final score, 11-0 Parowan. We'll be back on the B6 Media Network.
No hits. Congratulations to Shane Benson on his no-hitter. Congratulations to Parowan. They'll advance to the semifinal game tomorrow at 4:30. Game number 15 versus South Sevier. Enterprise drops down into the consolation bracket. They will play at 1:30 against the winner of Milford and the Duchesne Miller winner. Ladies and gentlemen, for your attention, the next game will start in approximately 30 to 35 minutes. 30 to 35 minutes.
Okay, Willie Akers back here. Final numbers on this ball game. The Parowan Rams beat the Enterprise Wolves 11-0. They do so on 8 hits. No errors for themselves, no hits, 3 errors for the Enterprise Wolves. That's uncharacteristic. 11 strikeouts versus 2 base on balls for Shaden Benson. The big thing there is the no-no. 5 innings shutout. And so they'll move on tomorrow to play South Sevier at 4:30 right here at the at Gates Field. And Enterprise will go lose 14. They'll play tomorrow at 1:30. Don't know if we've determined who their opponent will be. But so that's final numbers here at Gates Field, at Kearns Field. And just want to thank our man here, Ken, with V6 Media for bringing this ball game to you. And we'll be back for the next ball game here at 4:30. Happy trails. Would be a laugher. That'll be the same one.